65 Gamer Guy here with a review of Artillery Duel for the ColecoVision. This is the excitingly fast game of Artillery Duel in which two tanks battle each other. Okay, it's not brutally fast, it's pretty slow. But this game does have a little bit of charm to it. Now this is a two-player game only. And you got two tanks on each side of the screen, and you have to control where your barrel's aimed and how much power you give it, and make sure that you take in the wind, because the wind will affect your shot. And once you get zeroed in on the opponent, you can blow them up. Now this is a Xonox game, and most of their games were kind of, I don't know how you say it, bottom of the barrel games. They were cheap and weren't really all that great, but some of them aren't too bad. Now, in my opinion, it would have been nice if they would have made this game in a one-player mode where you could play against the computer, but they didn't do that. You have to control both players or have a second person play. And later on in the, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s, there was a game on the PC called Scorched Earth, which was like an advancement to this game. You could play against a computer, and you had all these different kind of weapons you could use to blow up your opponent, and you could choose several opponents, I think up to 10, and you could have the computer play all 9 of them, and you could play the one, and you had all these different kind of bombs that would spread apart, and that was a pretty neat game. It's too bad they didn't incorporate some of that into this game. This game could have been the Scorched Earth of the 80s if they had incorporated more into it. It is kind of interesting how when you've got the screen up to where you aim for your opponent, that it shows the little box where your opponent is, and when you change your barrel and your power, or powder as they call it, you get the little staticky screen. Plus you've got your flag up there that shows the wind speed. I don't know, I think if they would have tweaked this game a little more and gave you some more options, I think it would have been a lot better game than it is. It's probably one that most people never played much, and I'm one of them. and probably most people don't even remember it or never even saw it. It is kind of neat how the little guys come out and march along when you win, and sometimes some of them will break off and realize like they made a mistake and come back, so it has a little bit of charm to it. It's not a game I'm going to play every day, but it is what it is. This was back in the 80s. We didn't have the computing power we have today. #65 Gamer Guy here. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.